Lincoln's grave robbers. Well, here we are, darn to it in 6 seconds of Lincoln's grave robbers in different positions. Let's go. Lincoln himself is an interesting president. In fact, he's the 16th president of the United States of America. He's the guy who did everything the greatest. In fact, he destroyed and abolished slavery. Bam. He abolished the CSA. He made the Union whole. And he was the first president to be assassinated. And yeah, because he was the first president to be assassinated. Now, Lincoln's grave robbers all were great. And no, they were not great. In fact, they were probably the least greatest people ever you've known in history. Lincoln himself was a guy, I'll have to admit. Also, this whole book actually revolves around the fact of counterfeiting, where one guy, greatest of them all, a guy named Boyd, was all like, "Hey, I'm so good at this counterfeiting stuff. Thank you, Dad, for teaching me how to make fake money." I didn't teach you to make fake money. I taught you how to engrave, which is making fake money. Let's see how well you do. Psst. And he does his first 2 engravings. The one side of the $20 bill and the other side of the $20 bill. He tries it. He's like, "I'm going to try this at a bank. Probably it's not going to be legitimate, though. They'll probably know it at once." He passes it, and they're like, "Yeah, it's good to go, sir. It's legitimate." Is there mouth gaping open like, "Is there anything wrong, sir?" "No, because I was convinced that was counterfeit." And he's like, "Well, yeah, I mean, why? Did you create it?" "No, the guy who gave it to me just gave it to me, and everyone else got counterfeit money, so I thought it was counterfeiting." And like, at least that's how I like to imagine it. It doesn't actually say what happened to that $20 engraving, though. I like to imagine like that, though. And they're like, yeah, well, it's legitimate. That person must be honest." "Yeah, he must be." And he goes ahead, and he's like, "Son, it passed. Yes!" And now, onto the business empire, where I'll create easy money. Alright, let's see. Oh, I'm gonna get hired by this guy? Nice. It's real money. Alright. He goes ahead. He's like, nice. What now? And he realizes, I'm gonna go ahead and make a bunch of money out of this. He creates all of it, and then he sells them at least half of what that real version of the money would be. And that is still a pretty high price for those bills. And he's like, okay, what now, people? And it's a really profitable business, too. He got a 700-something dollars out of this. And today, that'll be like over millions of dollars. And he's all like, I'm rich. Ooh la la. And he just starts working on his next engraving. And instead, when someone betrays him, what was that? Oh no, I gotta go. I betrayed you. Ha! It was his teacher who betrayed him. And he runs away and is like, and he confronts these Secret Service people and is like, who the heck are you? Move away, sir. Ping! Keep these prisoners on guard. Evidence, people. Nice, we got him. We got the biggest guy. We got the big boy. You! Woohoo! And that happens and they're like, okay, so what now? We got the biggest boy, and they're going to retaliate. We know that. There are hundreds of them out there. So, what do we do, people? We wait and see. And of course, counterfeiting is a pretty big business here, too. I mean, if you could create the perfect counterfeit money, you'd basically be the greatest person of all. Nowadays, we even have printers and copy machines, and you don't even need these ones, too. But the thing is, the UV stuff, the ones that glow in UV light, that's definite. That will show, and not everyone has access to those stickers. So only certain people will be able to do it. But nowadays, we can even use invisible ink. Yeah, that doesn't give the same glow as those UV tapes. So we're gonna need to do something weird. But that's the kind of downside about counterfeiting too. In fact, I'm actually intrigued by this, and I'm pretty sure that you can't even counterfeit money anymore. If you were back then, if I was from the past, I would probably have seriously considered counterfeiting money as a job. However, not that I'm in the future, and right here, the 21st century, I don't think I'll consider it at all. Because it's a very unprofitable business nowadays. And now, grave robbing. Grave robbing is a really useful job too, especially it gives you money. All you have to do is give doctors bodies. And they're all like, we need bodies to study. Well, we just dissected the last one. What are we going to do? Hey, The government won't give us bodies, so let's just make grave robbers give them the bodies. So the grave robbers dug up random bodies, and they gave it to the doctors, and they're like, okay, we'll buy it. No questions asked, too. Thank you. And that happens, and the governor's like, okay, what are we going to do? Let's just supply them with bodies of criminals. No. And then the doctors are all like, oh, we get free bodies. Nice. Well, thank you, government. Grave robbers, we do not need you anymore. And they're like, what are we going to do? Let's just steal stuff from graves. Yeah, there must be something valuable out there. And turns out, only the most protected ones have valuables inside of them. And that's pretty much it. Grave robbing itself is not even profitable anymore. In fact, I'm pretty sure not a lot of people are grave robbed. Some people are cremated, and there's not much you can do with cremated ash. And if I have to give one reason why you should read the Lincoln's Grave Robbers, it's to teach your history about an interesting topic in history about President Lincoln, and to read one of the greatest thrillers of all time. That's actually 2 reasons. So let me give you a third one. I kind of lied when I said there's only 1 reason, so here's the thing. You can also learn how to counterfeit and how to grave rob. Nice! And that's pretty much it. What would I give the score? 10 out of 10. Because Abraham Lincoln gives my respect. And counterfeiting gives my respect too. Because it shows detailed instruction on how to do it. And even how to grave rob. Which actually, I'm pretty sure will inspire some people too. And that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Hope to see you guys soon. Until next time, now 10 out of 10. And wear your seatbelt. Oswald's out. Bye. Boo!